we'll be reading The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. And we're going to start where we left off at page 50 or 62. But mostly we waited for spring, when there could be gardens. By this time, winter had stifled itself into a hateful knot that nothing could loosen. Something did loosen it, or rather someone. A someone who splintered the knot into silver threads that tangled us, netted us, made us long for the dual shaft of the previous boredom. The disruptor of seasons was a new girl in school named Maureen Pill, a high yellow dream child with long brown hair braided into 2-inch ropes that hung down her back. She was rich, at least by our standards, as rich as the richest of the white girls, swaddled in comfort and care. The quality of her clothes threatened to derange Friday and me. Patent leather shoes with buckles, a cheaper version of which we got only at Easter, and which had disintegrated by the end of May. Fluffy sweaters the color of lemon, dropped tucked into skirts with pleats so orderly they astounded us. Brightly colored knee socks with white borders, a brown velvet coat trimmed in white rabbit fur, and a matching enough, there was a hint of spring in her slow green eyes, something summery in her complexion, and a rich autumn ripeness in her walk. She enchanted the entire school. When teachers called on her, they smiled encouragingly. Black boys didn't trip her in the halls. White boys didn't stone her. White girls didn't suck their teeth when she was assigned to be their work partners. Black girls stepped aside when she wanted to use the sink in the girls' toilet, and their eyes genuflectured under sliding lids. She never had to search for anybody to eat with in the cafeteria. They flocked to the table of her choice, where she opened fastidious lunches, shaming our jelly-stained bread with egg salad, sandwiches cut into 4 dainty squares, pink frosted cupcakes, stalks of celery and carrots, proud dark apples. She even brought and light white milk. Friday and I were bemused, irritated, and fascinated by her. We looked hard for her flaws to restore our, but had to be content at first with uplining up her name. Changed Maureen Peel to American Pie. Later, a minor epiphany was ours when we discovered that she had a dog tooth, a charming one to be sure, but a dog tooth nevertheless. And when we found out that she had been born with 6 fingers on each hand, and that there was a little bump where each extra one had been removed, we smiled. They were small triumphs, but we took what we could get, snickering behind her back and calling her 6-finger dog-tooth American Pie. But we had to do it alone, for none of the other girls would cooperate with our hostility. They adored her. When she was assigned a locker next to mine, I can indulge my jealousy 4 times a day. My sister and I both suspected that we were secretly prepared to be her friend. If she would let us, but I knew it would be a dangerous friendship. For when my eye traced the white border patterns of those Kelly green knee socks and felt the pull and slack of my brown stockings, I wanted to kick her. And when I thought of the unearned haughtiness in her eyes, I plotted accidental slammings of locker doors on her hand. As locker friends, however, we got to know each other a little, and I was even able to hold a sensible conversation without her visualizing her fall off a cliff or giggling my way into what I thought was a clear insult. One day, while I waited at the locker for Frida, she joined me. Hi, waiting for your sister? Uh-huh. Which way do you go home? Down 21st Street to Broadway? Why don't you go down 22nd Street? 'Cause I live on 21st Street. Oh, I could walk that way, I guess. Partly anyway. Free country. Friday came toward us, her brown stockings straining at the knees because she had tucked the toe under to hide a hole in the front. Marine's gonna walk part way with us. Friday and I exchanged glances, her eyes begging my restraint, mine promising nothing. It was a fall spring day, which, like Marine, had pierced the smell of a deadening winter. There were puddles, mud, and inviting warmth that eluded us. The kind of day on which we draped our coats over our heads, left our galoshes in school, and came down with croup the following day. We always responded to the slightest change in weather. The most minute shifts in time of day long before seas were stirring. Friday and I were scruffing and poking at the earth, swallowing air, drinking rain. As we emerged from the school with the Marine, we began to molt immediately. Thank y'all for y'all time. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, follow, all that. We're gonna stop at page 65. So later or tomorrow, that's where we're gonna start at. Make sure y'all keep thriving, reaching your goals, counting your goals out, staying motivated, staying inspired, and keeping your energy pure. You feel me? And not worrying about anything going on in your life negative or anything that you feel like critics or anybody is saying. Just stay positive and just keep focused on your goals and going forward. All right, thank y'all for your time. I appreciate it. We global.